we learn in today's session we learn what is the record type and capabilities of record types, what are the page layouts, how to use page layouts with record types, and the use case for the record types and page layouts, and considerations. Okay, so record types, I can say it's slices of an object or flavors of an object. Okay, what is an object? What is an object?
Anything.
Yeah, in general, it can be like it could be anything. But in our Salesforce case, object is a table. Yeah, right. It stores the
Yes.
data
Yes.
in the form of fields,
Yes.
right? So,
Yeah.
what are record types? Now, record types in Salesforce allows you to store different types of records. Okay, uh, which I can say is it divides the records into different types in an organized way. Okay, see, it divide the records. What we store in the objects, we store the records, right?
Records.
Records in the
Yeah.
form of fields we store. But
Yes.
record types allow us to divide that record in an organized way.
Okay.
Okay, each record type represents different process that our business manages. Okay,
Okay.
so each record type must be associated with a page layout.
Oh,
Okay, each record type must be associated with a page layout. We'll see what is a record type with example. And the capability of record types is it lets us to control the view of particular record based on the profile of a logged in user. See, where we control the record types at the profile level. Okay,
okay.
and record types lets you control the list of values available in a pick list. We have pick list, rights.
Yes.
Okay, so we have like number of list of values in a pick list.
Okay.
So these record types allow us to control the pick list values. Okay,
Yes.
first thing is it will control the view of records. View is nothing but the record which we see. View of a record based on the logged in user. View of a record based on the logged in user means, for example, if you log in and see at a particular record, it will display us in it will display as some fields. But if another user logs in, if we look at the same record, it may display him different. Okay, that is controlled by the record type. See, right now I logged in and I looked at this record. This is a record, right? In the campaign
Yeah.
object, I can
Yes.
see like this number of total opportunities, number of won opportunities, etc. This information I can see. But if another user logs in, okay, he may not be able to see this. He might not be able to see this. Okay, this is controlled by the view, look and feel, whatever you are seeing on a record, which is controlled by record types and based on the profile of the logged in user, record type and based on the profile of the logged in user. Okay, any confusion here?
No, it's clear.
Okay, next what we have is page layout. So okay, before going to the page layouts, I just want to clear the record types for you. Okay, this is an account object, okay, which stores all the account records. Let's assume this is an account object which stores all the account records. Okay, here the record types are something like this. See here, these are all accounts only, but they are divided into different types in an organized way. Okay, we can have customer accounts, competitor accounts, prospect accounts, government accounts, non-profit accounts, right? So
Yes.
the information in one object is divided into different slices using record types. Okay, record types help us to divide the information into different slices. Okay, so let's see, for customer accounts we follow different process. For competitor accounts we follow different process. Okay, for prospect accounts we follow different process. The dealing with the account will be different, right? For customer account we deal differently. For competitor we deal
Yeah.
differently. For government
Mm.
accounts we deal differently, right? So
Yes.
each account should have its own view, right? If we look at the customer account, it will be having its own fields organized in different sections, and it will be having its own pick list values, right? And competitor accounts also same. If we look at the competitor accounts, it will be having different fields, not the same fields as customer. Might be one or two same. And prospect accounts also same, government accounts also same. We may have different fields, right? Any question here? Any confusion?
No, it's clear.
So record type plus page layout will help us to establish this process. Okay, so here the record types help us to divide the records into different types. Okay, and page layouts help us to give the different view of the records. Okay, customer account record type plus customer account page layout. That means it will be having its own fields. On the page layout we'll see the fields. This is the page layout. Page layout. Okay, here we have all the fields organized. So customer account record type plus its own layout. So it will be having only its own fields. Okay, we cannot see the fields related to competitor accounts. We cannot see the fields related to prospect accounts. So that whenever user logs in, he will see the fields related to his business. So he don't get confused. If we look at, like, let's say we have 100 fields in account and we have created a custom fields of 100 an account object to fulfill our requirement. So when any user, sales rep or sales manager logs in, if we see 100 fields, what he feel? He feel like, oh, what are these fields? What should I fill in these fields? Right? So if when he logs in, if he see only the fields related to his business, so he will understand, okay, these are the fields I need to fill, or these are the fields I need to work with. right? So for that, page layout will help us to organize the fields, and associate them with a particular record type. Is this clear? Record type and page layout?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Page layout is a layout which represents how record should look, right? How a record should look. This is our record. How a record should look is differentiated by the page layout. What are the related lists we should have? How the page should be organized. Okay, this is defined by the page layout. Page layout may or may not be associated with a record type, but record type must be associated with a page layout. Okay, page layout may or may not be associated with a record type. It can be individual also. Okay, but see here, this is individual. This is not associated with any record type. But when we create a record type, we must associate a page layout to it. Then only it will be differentiated. Okay, so we can create many page layouts in an object. We can create as many as page layouts. Okay, to give the different view to the different users. For example, if a sales user logs in, he will get a different view. If a manager logs in, he will get a different view. If a director logs in, he will get a different view. Okay, so to give the different look and feel of a particular record, we'll create the page layouts. For example, let's take an opportunity. On the opportunity is, what is opportunity? Opportunity is a revenue generating event, right? So we store on the opportunity all the information related to the revenue, right? In the sense, we might store the credit card information of the customer. Okay, we might store the credit card information of the customer. So for example, when a sales rep logs in, we don't want to show that particular fields, the credit card number, expiry date and all. We don't want to show that to the sales rep. Then what we do, we'll give the same view. He can see all the fields on this layout except the credit card number and all. So we'll give him the different layout, so that whenever he logs in, he will see the fields available on his own layout. So we'll remove that, say, credit card number from that layout. So he will not be able to see that. But when manager logs in, he will be able to see on the same record. He will see the same record, and sales user also see the same record. But sales user is unable to see some information, but manager will be able to see that information. That is defined by the page layouts. Okay, page layouts visibility to a user is controlled by profile. This is what I am saying. It is visibility to a user is controlled by profile. Sales you will give the modified page layout will assign to the sales rep. So whenever he logs in, he will see that some information. Okay, he will not be able to see some of the information like credit card number and all. But we'll assign the main page layout to the sales manager. So whenever he logs in, sales manager's profile, sales manager will be having different profile, sales user will be having different profile, right? So we can assign different layouts to them. Okay, so according to the layouts, they can see the record information. According to the layouts assigned to a profile, they can see the information on the record. Okay, the capabilities of page layout is we can arrange the fields into sections. Okay, we can arrange the fields into sections. See, these are the fields we have. Now this is completely one section, that is opportunity detail section. Now I don't want to see all these things at one section. I want to divide this into different sections. So I can edit the layout. We can see this in the campaign here. Campaign detail, I just edit the layout. Now I want to see this number of total opportunities, number of one opportunities. So these are all the fields related to opportunities. Okay. So I want to uh, see these fields in a different section, not in the same section. So I can just see here. Can you see this section component here? Just drag this section component and drop when you see the green line. Drop wherever you want, but when you see the green line only, drop here and give the name of the section, opportunity information. Okay, so display section header on detail page and edit page. Detail page is nothing but the record information page. Edit page is nothing but the record edit page. Okay, you want to have one column or two column. Okay, and tab key order, left, right or top down. How do you want to have the tab key? When you press the tab key, how it should go. Okay, the layout is nothing but you will be able to like I'll show one. I'm just taking one column, so it will let you. I'm just dragging these fields. Hold control so you can select multiple values, total responses, and till cost, budgeted cost, expected revenue. All you can drop to this section. Okay, so now I want to organize this, like I want to put here this side, two sides, but it is not letting us because we selected only one layout. What is that? We can change the setting here. One column layout. Okay, we can. So if we choose the two column layout, it will let us add here. Okay, so here if you want to edit anything, we can edit the properties of this section using this wrench icon. Okay, and save. Similarly, we can arrange the fields. Like for example, a customer said that I don't want to have these two fields here. Show them on the top. So you can bring it here, top. Or the customer said I don't want to see this field. I don't want to see this field at all. Expected response. Hide it from the page layout. So we can drag this and drop here. So it will be hidden and save. See here. Now it is divided into different sections. So it will be easy for the customer to, when he look at the section, oh, he will understand, okay, this information belongs to this particular section. So it is easy to understand the user-friendly view of a record information, right? Yeah, have the ability to show and hide fields. That is what we have seen. You can just drag and drop so that it will be shown or hidden, for example. And we can have the section-wise view. We have seen this section. So we can create as many as sections as per our requirement. Okay, and we can make a field mandatory. Okay, through the layout also we can make a field mandatory, and or make a field read only. Okay, read only field. Like for example, I want to see this field campaign member type. I just drag here, so it will be visible to all the users whoever have the access to this layout. And what I said is we can make a field mandatory. So for example, I want to make this type field mandatory. So on this type field, we can see this wrench icon, right?
just click that wrench icon or double click this. Double click on the type field. So it will give you the field properties where you can make this required. Click OK. See here, when you make it is required, you can see the red star here and save. Now you go back to campaign record and edit. The type field became mandatory, the red color line, it became mandatory. Similarly, you can make this field as a read only by clicking the field properties in the layout. For example, I want to make the status field read only. So go to the field properties, read only. Okay. Now see, when you make it as a read only, it populated the lock. Okay, logged. Read only means logged field. Click save. Go to the record, status record. Click edit. Yeah. Now it is showing in the editable form, right? Actually it should be logged one. But when you change it and save, it will revert back to the previous value. Okay, but I think it will change for me as an administrator. Yeah, it is changed for me, even though it is a read-only field. Because I'm an administrator, it is the value is changed for me. If any user logs in and if he tries to change this value, it will not let him change. Okay, because it's a read-only field. Okay, try this with another user. Already you have the user, right? So you can try logging in and changing the value with that user. Okay. And control the view of related list. For example, if you don't want to see the related list like campaign expenses or attachments or activity history, you can hide this from the layout. Or if you want to have a view of more related list, you can bring it from the layout editor. So here we have the related lists. Okay, related lists. I just don't want to see this campaign expenses. Just dragging and dropping here. And I want to have a view of content delivery. So I can drag it here and drop here wherever I want. On the top or down or in the middle on the related list section. Save. Make it. Yes. See, now I can see the content deliveries here and the campaign expenses is gone from the layout. We just removed. Have the ability to display charts. So we can also display the charts. Charts like bar charts, horizontal charts, pie charts, donut charts. Okay. The information charts are nothing but the dashboards. Okay. That we can display on the record. Go to the layout editor. If you have any charts created on the campaign object, okay, you can display the charts. Report charts. So if you have any charts, campaign by type, this chart you already have. So you can drag this chart and drop here at any particular place, or you can drop it in a different section. Okay. First I'll create a section for this, then we'll drop. Chart we create at dashboards. Okay. Save. Campaign by type. That is not showing. Yeah, now it is loading. Okay. What is the campaign type we have? Conference. Okay. So these kind of charts also, these kind of information also we can view on the record. And we can have a ability to display Visualforce pages. If we develop any Visualforce pages related to campaign, we can display that pages on the layout. Okay, they are called inline VF pages. Okay, we'll see this displaying Visualforce pages on object. We'll see in the development part. Okay. We can have the ability to show or hide the custom and standard buttons. We can have these are the standard buttons we have. If we want, we can create the custom buttons also. So these buttons can be hidden in the page layout. For example, I want to hide the clone and delete button for a particular profile. So I can edit that layout. Here I am stressing the profile controls the layout view. I like assign this layout to a particular profile. So the users under that profile, whenever they log in, they will see this view of the record. Okay. I am just removing these buttons also. So save. Now when the user logs in, he will not be able to see the buttons. Delete and clone. So similarly, I can remove or add extra buttons here. Okay. Any doubts in the layout?
Even system administrator, if we give like sister administrator permission also, they can't change anything?
They can't change anything in the sense?
Means if we give like, if we hide standard buttons, still they can't change.
If they are the system administrator, they can go to edit layout and bring them back here. But if they are not the system administrators, they will not be able to change anything here. They don't get this edit layout permission. We are doing it through the edit layout, right? If they are not the system administrators, they will not get that permission. See, I just hided these buttons. Now I can bring them back. Because I am a system administrator, I am getting this option. So now I can see the buttons. So I am editing this through this permission edit layout. Okay. So if he is a system administrator, he can edit layout and he can do whatever he wanted. But if he is not a system administrator, a sales user or a sales manager, he will not get this edit layout option at all. So he will not be able to edit the layout. Only system admins can do this. editing the layout and assigning to the profiles. Okay. Any
Yes.
doubts?
Yes.
Any doubts, Indu?
No, it's clear for me.
Okay. We have some use cases for the page layouts and record types.
Okay.
What are the objects we created till now?
1 second. Mm. Investigator.
Investigator or inspector?
Yeah, inspector, sorry. Job opportunities.
Yeah. Candidates, positions.
Yeah. Position trial, job applicant, campsites, speakers, session speakers.
Yeah. So, mm, in candidate object, we can have the record types, right?
Yes.
To differentiate the different types of candidates, like regular and what we call them, distance. Some people join on distance courses, some candidates.
Okay.
So we can have the differentiation between them using the record types to store their information. So the distance candidate will be having different kind of uh, subjects and all. They have the different kind of information about them, and regular candidates will have the different kind of information. So in that case, we can create two different page layouts and two record types assigned to that page layouts. So it will be easy for us for anybody to drill down to the information. Okay. Similarly, we can see here an account object can store the different flavors of information like customer accounts, prospect accounts, government accounts, non-profit accounts, competitor accounts. Okay, it will be easy for us to drill down which accounts, okay, which account it is, and it is easy for the users to have to see, they can see the information only they wanted instead of viewing it uh, the information which they don't have any relationship with. Okay, and a project object, let's take in a project object, okay, where we can have like internal projects and external projects. So it will be easy for us to drill down which project it is, and internal project can have the different kind of information stored here. External project will be having some extra fields, extra information to be stored. Internal projects will not be having as much information to be stored as external projects, right? It will be having a less information to store, like what kind of project it is. But external project, who is the client, what is the process we are following, what are the next steps, etc., etc. That kind of information is to be stored in external projects. So we can control this view using the page layout. Okay. Next, case. Case can be having on the case object. We can have record types to store the general type cases, on hold type cases. Okay, on hold. On hold type cases are nothing but like we send customer send a case to us, like he is getting some problem with his laptop or washing machine or etc. Okay, we replied him saying that can you send us some details like when did you purchased, what is the model number, etc., etc. We'll ask them, right? So based on that only we are able to provide a solution. So when we reply him, he didn't come back to us since 1 week or 3 days. So in that case, it is impossible for us to solve his case. So that kind of cases will come to the on hold. Okay, they are called on hold cases. General cases are general, which are ongoing, like the customer is replying us back instantly and we are coordinating with the customer to resolve his issue. Okay, they are comes under the general cases. Okay, so in that case we can differentiate the cases using record types. General record, for general we'll be having a record type, for on hold we'll be having a different record type. Okay, is this clear or any doubts?
It's clear.
Okay. So yeah, on the campaigns also we can have the different record types. I'll try to create record types in case. I already have record types. Support and problem. These are the two record types I already have. So I can create more record types also. I'll just go here. So we can create as many as record types. There is no restriction from the Salesforce side, but Salesforce recommend us to have only up to 200 record types per object. Okay, only 200 record types per object it recommends. So case record type, just go here, cases, record types, click new. Okay, so before creating the record types, first we must need to create a layout for it. Okay, layout. So I'll go back, or we can use the existing layouts. Here we can see the page layouts. If I want to use the existing page layout, I don't need to create the new one. So these are the layouts I already have. Case marketing layout, case sales layout, case support layout, case layout, problem page layout. But my record types are different. General record type and on hold. So I want to have a view of different fields. So I don't want to use any of these layouts. So I'll create my own layout. Click new. If you want to clone the existing page layout, you can select. Okay, otherwise leave it none. Okay, so we have these. So arrange them here. Let me subject. Now you want to have only few related lists like activity history, attachments, case history, and solutions. See. See this override users related list customizations. It is asking you want to override all the users related list customization. So it will override for all the users in your arc. So if you don't want to override for all the users, just only want to do it for yourself. Okay, so then just click no. So now you have created a general cases layout. Create another layout. hold cases. So it should be similar to general cases, right? So I am selecting existing page layout. So it will inherit from the general cases. And we can have our customization done at the hold cases layout. See here, we have dragged all this related list and arranged these fields, right, in the general cases. So on hold cases, this one is inherited from the general cases as we selected that as a master. Okay, so in addition to this, we need to have some other fields like SLA violation, product type, pet company, escalator, case reason, so case record type. Yeah, this is mainly important. Save. So now hold cases layout have more fields than general cases, right? So now we'll go here and create the record types. Existing record type, select the master record type label, general, and select the support process. So for case is a standard object, you need to select the support process. Okay, we'll talk about the support process later. Make it as active, and see here, these are the profiles. Which profiles should have access to this record type? So I am just selecting only for system administrator, standard user. Okay, and we can make it as a default for them. Right now I am not making it as default. Click next. And here again, see the layout, asking which layout they should be assigned to the which profiles. Okay, apply different layout to each profile. So for standard user only, we have given that layout record type, right? So I am selecting that layout. Okay, for all others, whoever logs in, whoever the users with these profiles, when they logs in, they will see this layout. But when they see this record type, this record type is not available for them because we didn't give them the access. Okay, so but the standard user and system administrator, when they log in and they will go to that record type, they will see this layout. All others see different layout. Okay, save and new. Sorry, save. Now this is my record type. So here what we can do in the record types, we can control the pick list values, right? We can control the pick list values. Okay, we'll see these pick list values after creating the whole record type also. Click new. So it should be similar, little similar to the general one, whole one. So I'm just selecting the general as a master. It is active and available only to the standard and system administrator. Next. Apply different layout. See. So now you can control the pick list values. Whatever the pick lists available on the case object, okay, are available for editing at the record type level. Okay, so I'll go to type pick list. First I'll go to the type field in the case. Okay, see here I have these values: mechanical, electrical, electronic, structural and other. These are the types of the cases. So I can have more types like software, network, hardware. Okay, these are the values we can have, and we can make them available for on hold and general. Save. Now I'll go back to the record types. This is a general record type, so I'll go to the type pick list. I can control this type pick list values. So on the type I have these many values, but I can control them which values should be available when this record type is selected. So when general record type is selected, okay, when general record type is selected, I just want to show only electrical, software, network, hardware and other, and I want to make electrical as a default value. Okay, electrical as a default value. Just remove software, hardware also. Save. So when general record type is selected, on the type pick list you will be able to see only that values which we selected here. Okay, so when you go to the unhold record type and edit type again, here you can control the type as to what we removed here. Here we are showing electrical, other, software, network. Okay, so here we can show mechanical, electronic, structural, hardware, and also we can show other, and make the default value as mechanical for unhold types. Save. Okay, so when you go to the case object here, click new, select general, continue. See the page layout. You'll be able to see only limited fields. Okay, and see the type pick list. The default value which we selected is electrical, and see other, software, network. See, the pick list have many values in it, right? Type have many values, but it's showing only few values because we controlled the values at its record type. What is the record type? General record type. Okay. And when we go back to on hold record type, click new, on hold, continue. Okay, now see, the type pick list is default, it is showing mechanical. We set this at record type level, and see, it is showing only few values, not all the values available. Okay, is this clear? Record types, or any doubts? I'll send you some of the tasks to do. Is this clear? Record types and page layouts. Okay. So we have some of the considerations in the record types, and this feature is available only in Enterprise Edition, Enterprise and above editions, Enterprise Unlimited, Performance editions. Okay. Before creating a record type, first we must decide on which page layout, right? First we must decide on which page layout, what are the fields should be available. Okay. And what are the pick list values we need to make available with that record types. Okay. And which profile we need to assign that record type and page layout. We need to decide on these. These are the prerequisites. Okay. So let's say in the real time when you get a requirement, they ask you to create a record type. Okay. You need to question them. What are the fields should be available in the page layout? Can we use the existing layout, or do we need to create a new layout? And who are all the profiles? Nothing but who are all the users need access to these record types. If they say the users names, you can give access to that user's profile, so that when that user logs in, he will get access to that record type and page layout. Okay. And what should be the default pick list value? Someone says that I want this pick list value should be default populated. Default is nothing but when you click on new and tries to create a new record, by default it populates the value. That is nothing but the default pick value. See here, type is populated by default electrical. Instead of populating none, it is populated the value because we selected this value at record type level. Okay, so you should ask what should be the default pick list value available. We have to select. Okay, these are the prerequisites we need to consider before creating the record types, and we have to make the record types active. Then only it will be available for use. Available for use, nothing but it will get the option here to select while creating the record. Here we get in this list if we make it as active. If it is inactive, we won't see here in this list. Okay. To delete a record type, first we need to deactivate that and then remove the references. For example, if we used that in any coding, we have to remove the coding or in workflows or anywhere. We have to remove the references from all the places and then deactivate them and then delete the record types. Okay, is this clear about the record types and page layouts?